enters.
Emmeline Glenn, an independent young woman who is determined to find her own path in life.
Caleb Lau, Emmeline's boyfriend. A boy who wants to keep everyone safe, but is willing to risk himself for the right cause.
Mayla Lowell, Caleb's mother, a frail but determined woman who refuses to give up.
Merrick Wolfing, the leader of the perfecting process, a stern, controlling man who only cares about his reputation.
Christiana Wolfing, Merrick's wife, a global woman who longs for power but deep down wants respect and freedom as well.
Taryn Glenn, Emmeline's mother, the vice president of the perfecting process. Deep down, she does care for her daughter.
Setting. A large city, what used to be New York but has evolved into the economy of the perfecting process, New Worlds. The day before the perfectors and the leaders of the perfecting process are going to wage war on the unperfected. Scene 1. We open in a large living room. Crystal decorations and delicate glass carvings are scattered around the room. A blazing fire is alive in the hearth. A 17-year-old girl is sitting, reading a battered red book. Her name is Emmeline Glenn. An adult enters, giving off the air of confidence. Her name is Taryn Glenn, Emmeline's mother.
Still reading those silly books, Emmeline?
Emmeline, keeping her head in her book.
They're not silly.
Why not engage in something more useful? We have plenty of manuals on the perfecting process. They'll get ready for your birthday.
Emmeline glances at her mother.
And what if I don't want to be perfected?
Why wouldn't you? The technology gives you a chance to become better than those who can't afford it. Your sight, your hearing, your thoughts, they'll all be improved. Once you turn 18 next Tuesday, you will be perfected.
I don't want to be changed.
You won't be. You'll be improved.
And what about those who can't be improved?
If you're referring to Caleb and his family, forget it. Your silly boyfriend isn't worth your time.
Don't insult the Lowells like that. I love Caleb.
That's the problem.
How dare you? Caleb's family is amazing.
All you ever care about is that silly family. What about us? What about me?
All you ever care about is your stupid project. You think it's so extraordinary. But aren't there flaws in the perfecting process? Dad died from his perfection last year, didn't he?
The perfecters won't make the same mistake twice.
Emmeline sits back and puts her head in her hands.
Won't they? I don't want to take that risk. I want to be with Caleb. And if who I truly am isn't enough for you, then why do you even care?
Taryn sits beside Emmeline and rubbing her back.
I care because you're my daughter and I love you.
Sure you do.
I care about you enough to want to protect you. Being perfected will save you from scorn.
I don't care. I've decided to skip the perfecting process.
What?
Don't be so surprised. You knew this day would come.
No. I thought I knew the day would come when my daughter would be perfected and finally saved from a pathetic life. I saw a beautiful, worthy girl through my improved eyes.
Well, I guess you never opened them all the way.
Emmeline shakes her head.
Get back here, young lady. Don't ignore me. You'll be perfected if I have to force the perfectors to operate on you in your sleep.
Taryn begins to pace.
She has to be perfected. She doesn't know how disgraceful she'll be when we wage war on the unperfected. She'll be vulnerable, and she'll be fighting on the wrong side.
She exits. Scene 2. We open in a small entryway where everything is poor and limited. Emmeline rushes in and collapses into a decrepit chair. A teenage boy, Caleb Lowell, enters. He sees Emmeline and rushes over, kneeling next to her.
Emmeline, are you okay?
Oh, Caleb. I told her and she's furious.
I'm so sorry. You really don't have to do this with me.
I love you, Caleb, and nothing can change that. We have to fight for what's right. I just wish my mother wasn't so fixed on her image of this perfect world.
Isn't that why the perfecting process was created?
Well, yeah, but it's just wrong. Letting the less wealthy become corrupt while everyone else thrives.
It's terrible. We'll get through this.
I hope so.
A lean and lanky woman enters, dusting the cabinets. Her name is Mayla Lowell, Caleb's mother. When she sees Emmeline, she drops her duster and excitedly and grins.
Emmeline, you're here.
She glances at Caleb.
Well, don't just stand there. Tidy up the place.
Mother, Emmeline has had a rough day. She told Erin everything.
Oh, Emmy, you must be so depressed. Your mother can be a bit too harsh, I'm afraid. You're doing the right thing, helping us. Here, let me go get you something to eat.
Mayla hurries off, forgetting her duster on their way out.
What are we gonna do?
Well, we could... No, that'd be too dangerous.
Tell me.
Mayla enters with a plate of cookies.
What are you two up to? What's the plan?
Yeah, Caleb, what's the plan?
No, it's too dangerous.
I'm expendable.
Dangerous for Emmeline.
Me?
You. We would send you to Merrick Wolfing's home to do some negotiating.
Merrick Wolfing, the leader of the perfecting process? He would never agree to any of our terms.
We have to make him. We have to change what's been happening.
What do I have to do?
Well, since you're the one who's denying the perfecting process, it seems more logical to have you do the negotiating. He'll also take you more seriously because you're wealthier than us. You'll just have to get him to agree with you. You're a pretty persuasive person. I'm sure it won't be that tough.
And me?
You're not expendable.
And Emmeline is? Do you just expect me to sit here and watch as my son and future daughter-in-law risk their lives to do what's right? No, I want to help, and I expect you to let me participate.
Mother, when Father died, he told me to look after you. He knew your fighting spirit and weak body was not a good combination. I promised him, Mother, I promised. And I never break my promises.
My helping you is what he would want, and it's what I want.
Mother, listen to me.
No, you listen to me. I am a perfectly capable woman who wants to make a difference.
I can't believe I'm gonna let my mother just walk into the line of fire.
I can't believe you are either.
When are we going to execute this plan of yours?
Immediately.
Scene 3. Emmeline shakily enters a huge shiny entryway. Merrick Wolfing silently enters, holding hands with Christiana. She is Merrick's wife, a practical woman with her long hair tied into a swooping hairdo.
We've been waiting for you, Emmeline.
Are you ready?
Ready for what?
For your perfection, of course. My wife Christiana and I assumed you had finally come to your senses.
Sit down now and we'll get started. The perfecter should be here soon.
I'm here to negotiate.
We can talk after the perfecting
No,
process.
I will not be perfected. I refuse. It's wrong.
Merrick, you told me she would be perfected. I have everything arranged.
And she will be perfected. Strap her down.
No, no,
Don't fight us. This happens to everyone.
no, it doesn't. What about Caleb?
Who?
Caleb Lowell. What about him? And Mela? And everyone else who can't afford it?
They'll just have to lose the war.
War?
Oh, don't act so surprised, dearie. Everyone's been expecting it.
I haven't been expecting it. How could war be the right answer?
It might not be right, but it's effective.
And I thought the perfections made you able to choose the best conclusion.
They do.
They obviously don't.
Stop tricking my wife. The perfecting process is amazing. It's also necessary if you want to survive.
Well, I don't want to survive. I want to live.
Christiana, I said strap her down.
This changes nothing. How does the life of one girl affect your plans?
You're rebelling.
Open your eyes. Have you not noticed the other human beings besides your precious perfected folk? Not everyone agrees with you anymore. Other people will come and try to get you to stop. Real people with real lives who are suffering because you are too selfish to think of how your plans are affecting everyone else.
Perfecting their leader will surely put them off balance and stop them.
Don't you know? I'm not their leader. I'm the representative of our cause right now, but I'm not in charge. I'm not yelling at people. I'm listening to them. And you want to know what I hear?
What?
Christiana?
I hear the lonely weepings of those who believe they will never amount to anything because they can't afford to be perfected. I hear the concerned questioning of parents who think the perfected children cannot talk to less wealthy children. I hear the sad whines of friendships being torn apart because some people can't be perfected. I hear the battle cries of citizens who want to go against all that you have worked to create. The perfecting process is ruining us.
No, it's ruining you. Do you have to be so selfish and only care about yourself? Isn't that right, Christiana? Christiana, think before you speak. We were perfected and we're happy.
The thing is,
Christiana, you have freedom of speech. You don't have to agree with Merrick.
Yes, you do. You're my wife, my support.
well,
Yes?
Merrick, I can't help but notice.
Enough! You are supposed to be loyal to me. Why else do you think I decided to marry you? You're gullible, you're stupid, you're brainless.
Merrick?
You can't have believed that I have ever loved you. I was rich. You were careless and desperate. Who cares what I did? It worked.
Merrick,
You don't deserve Christiana. You never did and never will.
why did I ever marry you?
You loved me.
You're right. I did love you. And that was my worst mistake.
She stomps away.
Now look what you've done. She'll tell everyone. I'll be done for.
That's your own fault.
My perfecting process will crumble. I've been so successful, I can't fail now.
Haven't you realized? You've been failing all along.
You messed with the wrong man today. Don't you know? I'm incredibly strong thanks to my perfection. Goodbye, Emmeline.
Mela rushes in. She jumps on Merrick's back, causing him to stagger forward. While Mela distracts him, Caleb runs up to Emmeline.
Emmeline, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Mela, while still on Merrick's back,
Can you guys help me here, please?
Mother!
Caleb rushes over, helping Mela pin Merrick to the ground.
Get off me!
He stands easily, throwing Mela and Caleb off him. Mela slams into the steel couch and loses consciousness. Caleb skids across the floor and immediately jumps on his feet.
Mother! You're gonna regret that.
You know, I'm out of your reach. My strength exceeds yours.
Caleb pounces. He punches Merrick. Merrick spins and lands face first on the floor. Caleb rushes to Mela. He shakes her and she sits up slowly.
What happened?
He tried to hurt you. I promised. I said you wouldn't be hurt.
It's okay. I'm not hurt. I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
She glances at Merrick, who is slowly getting to his feet.
Worry about the evil man who's apparently not unconscious anymore.
What?
Merrick stands and kicks Caleb in the back of the knee, sending him sprawling.
Foolish young boy, you'll never win this battle.
Maybe. But I can win the war. Now!
Mela, who has snuck backwards, throws the door open and smiles.
You have some apologizing to do.
Christiana Wolfing, with her head held high, enters.
Hello. I've gone and submitted a complaint about you and your precious perfecting process.
I'll destroy it before anyone sees it.
Too late. I give it straight to Taryn Glenn. She knows everything, and she's telling the public now. You've lost.
But my money, my reputation, this is my life's work. I made a difference. I should be on top.
Your ego is the only thing that's above anyone else.
How dare you? Fine. I surrender. You've won. But you'll always have to live with the guilt that you've stripped the world of its perfection.
He exits.
Did we do it?
I think so.
I'm not convinced.
I am. Merrick never surrenders like that. We've done it. He'll be going to apologize to everyone right about now, but Taryn will be telling them everything. He won't be forgiven that easily.
We haven't just stopped the perfection process. We've stopped a war.
Wow. Just wow. I've never been a hero before.
So, what are you going to do about Merrick?
I don't know.
We'll help you figure something out. But my mom was loyal to your husband. What turned her?
I just submitted the complaint and told her you were in trouble. She cares about you, Emmeline. She really does.
Taryn comes rushing in. She runs up to Emmeline.
I heard what happened.
Mom, you're here.
I'm so sorry, Emmeline. I was so blind. I see more clearly now. Oh, so sorry.
Are you sorry? Really?
I am. You can trust me right now, I promise.
I'll always be scarred by your expectations, but I hope one day you'll be able to actually see me. But for now, I don't know if I can forgive you. Not yet. I'm sorry.
I know I was awful. Please just know that I will always be here for you.
I'll remember that.
Taryn smiles at Emmeline and nods. She goes in for a hug, but stops and settles for patting her on the shoulder. She waves before exiting.
You'll learn to appreciate her.
But will she learn to appreciate me?
How could she not? You're an amazing young woman, Emmeline. Your mother does not define you.
I'm just afraid she'll never accept me.
The real question is, will you accept you?
I don't know.
You always have a place in our home.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
For what?
For helping us remember that it is the whole person you should love. People's quirks and flaws are what make them special, and we should love them for that. Emmeline, you helped everyone see that. You improved their hearts and intentions. You are a true hero.
Back out. The end.
Oh, it was so-